I wasn't sure what to expect from Tom Tom Tomcat, but it actually wasn't too bad. It was obviously very stereotypical in parts, and that's quite problematic, but there were also things that I found to be working quite well. This is a 1953 Warner Brothers cartoon directed by Fritz Freleng and written by Warren Foster, and we have voices by Mel Blanc and Bea Benaderet. And Granny and Tweety are out in the West, and they come across some Native Americans who are, of course, referred to as Indians in the cartoon, and all of these Native Americans are cats. And the cats all look like Sylvester. Some of them look a little different, but they're all black and white, and basically they're all tuxedo cats. And they ride cats that are kind of tan coloured and brown coloured cats to look like horses, it's just so weird seeing a cat, an anthropomorphic cat, riding on the back of a cat. It's a very odd image, but it amused me because it was so unexpected. And Granny and Tweety have to defend themselves from these Native American cats, and the cats are waging war on Granny and Tweety. And it is definitely stereotypical and occasionally problematic. For example, Tweety is singing one little, two little, three little Indians while Granny is shooting at them, and it's, you know, the glee in Tweety's face is just really awkward and definitely a little bit problematic, and there are a lot of stereotypes in this. Somehow it's a little less offensive when they're cats, because you can kind of argue that they're not stereotyping Native Americans, they're just imagining what it would be like if they were cats. But I don't know, it's a product of its time. But it's well animated, there's a lot to look at, there's a lot going on at any one time, very colourful and really engaging. The narrative progresses really quickly, and it took a direction, or various directions, I hadn't predicted. So the narrative is pretty good, but yeah, there are a lot of awkward stereotypes that you definitely need to try and look past if you want to enjoy the cartoon, and that might be easier said than done. That being said, there are good things about it. For example, the pacing of it, the quality of the animation, and just the many, many Sylvesters. It just looks brilliant to see all of these Sylvesters, because I am a big fan of Sylvesters and a big cat person. So that side of it was rather fascinating. So it's definitely up and down. There are good things about it. There are awkward things about it. Tom Tom Tomcat is not one I could have predicted. Again, partly for good reasons, partly not so much. I'd recommend it, but I'd say go into it with a bit of caution, and perhaps brace yourself for an awful lot of Sylvesters.